The new Escape from Tarkov PvE mode is an absolute disaster. And because I'm an idiot moron, I decided to buy it so I can compare it to this free single player Tarkov mod I've been using for the past 3 years. I've been playing this mod casually when I had a long night shift and I just wanted to chill and felt like playing some Tarkov. I'll show you the differences between Battlestate Games' version of PvE versus the single player Tarkov AKI. First, on BSG's version, it doesn't seem like you can wipe nor have multiple characters. I checked on my menus and on forums. On the AKI, you can easily create multiple profiles and choose which edition you want to begin with, like Edge of Darkness, Zero to Hero, or even a developer mode where you start at level 69, all quests are completed, and have an invincibility balaclava. This is great if you want to try different playstyles on different characters. Second, once you launch BSG's PvE version, you start with this gear, which is pretty much the normal gear plus the extra gear that comes with the DLC. On the AKI version, you start with the same items as you would normally online, depending on the edition you chose to play with. Third, on BSG's version, I don't know if that was just a me problem, but when I would start a game solo, I would get stuck into a matching screen. After letting it load for some time, I tried backing out and reloading the map. I tried different ways to get into a match, but I would keep getting stuck on that loading screen. I had to keep retrying so it would finally start loading properly. On the AKI, I've never once had a single problem loading into a game, and it's usually pretty quick. 4. On BSG's version, the AI PMCs are stale and you rarely hear any gunfight considering the amount of scavs there are. The scavs just keep coming and coming and coming as if you're tagged and cursed. For those who don't know what tagged and cursed is, it's a feature in Escape from Tarkov where scavs usually rush at you if you're not wearing armor, a chest rig or a backpack, and don't have a firearm. I didn't play many games on BSG's version of PvE, so maybe I just didn't encounter crazy PMCs yet, but in the AKI version, the PMCs are actually fun to fight against. Some are more tactical and will pick corners, and some are super aggro and will rush you down. They can even spawn in squads and strategically surround you and suppress you. It feels like they either have guard, raider, or rogue AI, which can be challenging for some players. Lastly, in the AKI version, enemies have a higher chance of dropping nades, which to me is more fun when you're running around trying to find more kills. You can just chuck a nade and the AIs will usually yell a voice line. Apart from that, everything about the game is the same. The fact that I feel like the free AKI version is better than the official one is crazy to me. Especially the fact that they're changing their webpage to say that EOD owners no longer get DLCs for free. And a bunch of other tomfuckery. But here's proof that the Unheard Edition is a DLC. You cannot buy the PvE version separately. It's content that's been added to the main game, which is literally the meaning of DLCs. But according to BSG, it seems they believe DLC is pay-to-win content and skins. Even on Steam, any further additional content for a game such as Deluxe or whatever editions are DLC. This is the main reason why I believe the Unheard Edition should at least be free for those who were promised free additional content if you owned Edge of Darkness. I can even argue that Escape from Tarkov Arena is even less of a DLC and can be bought without owning the main game but was given for free to EOD owners. By the way, when Tarkov Arena released, it was supposed to drop in waves to EOD owners, then long-time players, and so forth and so on. And the new players who just bought Tarkov Arena would be in the last wave when the game pretty much fully releases. What ended up happening was that people who just bought the Arena version were getting access before EOD owners and longtime players. People started making new accounts to buy Tarkov Arena and actually have access. Personally, it took 3 weeks for me to finally be able to play Tarkov Arena, even though I've had Edge of Darkness for almost 5 years. Anyways, let's get back to the single player Tarkov AKI mod. I'm mostly worried that they'll get ceased and desist since people will most likely prefer using that service for free than having to pay $250. If your best argument is that BSG's version has co-op so you can play with your friends and the AKI doesn't, well, how about this one? This is a co-op version of single-player Tarkov where you pretty much play on a private or LAN server. What I'm saying is BSG's version will never be worth the extra 175 Canadian dollars I put on the game. If you want the AKI version, I'm not here to promote it, but it is safe. Just make sure you use the right link, but it should be the first link when you Google SPT AKI or single player Tarkov AKI. That's all I'm gonna say, the rest you can figure it out. I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on here for a second and say that Nikita, Escape From Tarkov's game director, never wanted a single player version of this game, so I'm wondering if he's doing this as revenge on the single player community. But I digress. In my opinion, I don't mind that they put a price on the PvE version, but 250 USD plus tax is crazy. Especially since people figured out a way to play single player and co-op and have been consistently updating and patching the game for free. I mean, it has to be free for legal reasons, like licensing, but you are still required to own a copy of Escape From Tarkov to use the free mod, which makes sense to me. But with Battlestate games, you can't even just buy the PvE version of the game. You need to have paid 250 USD total if you want to play PvE. And little side note, Fortnite also has a PvE version called Save the World which costs $20. But anyways, also a quick update while I was editing this video, PSG's been dropping more dog shit for people who are buying the Unheard edition. I'm just gonna leave this here if you want to read it. Anyways, that's all I had to say. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.